Good morning, my friends. Joy here. It's Tuesday again. You'd think doing these videos every day I could remember what happens during the week, wouldn't you? All I remember about Tuesdays is that's the night that our favorite restaurant, it's kind of a, not Mexican like if you went to Mexico, Mexican restaurant, the Mexican restaurant like we like a Mexican restaurant. And they have half-price margaritas every Tuesday night. So the place is packed, of course. A lot of them have a whole bunch of margaritas, and it gets quite loud. So Jerry and I go early because we just want one margarita, and we don't even drink all of that. But we just feel like it's something special, kind of a little mini date type thing on Tuesday nights. So we're going to go there. I think I've had a midlife crisis. Midlife? I think I'm past midlife. What do you call when you're 71, 2/3 life? Oh my goodness. If I've lived 70 years, we know I don't have 70 left, right? So that can't be midlife. Oh, I guess we'll call it antique life. But I actually made a cup of coffee and forgot to drink it. This is major. Okay, one of you asked me about this little quilt yesterday. You asked me about the llama quilt. This actually is a llama, but I've had to turn it into an alpaca. It's not done yet. I have to bind it. But I put it on the hanger to see what size exactly I wanted it. You know, if I needed to cut it down or leave it the size it is. So it's coming off the hanger and it's going to get bound, hopefully today. So this is an alpaca. It hurts his feelings when you call him a llama. I had to look up a whole bunch of pictures of alpacas to figure out how to make it look like one, but this is the pattern. One of you asked me for the pattern, and it's called Lucy the Llama from Pattern Pool, P-O-O-L-E. My friend Jeffrey called me from this lady's store, and he said, "You have to get this for Tammy," my daughter. So I'm looking for a website or something. Okay, website. www.patternpool.com, and this is the pattern. Lucy of the Llama. I actually am getting ready to put up a video of how I quilted. Can't call it Lucy the alpaca. I need a name. I've been calling him Funny Face, and so I'm making a video of Funny Face alpaca. So you'll be able to see exactly how I finished him off. So let's go back to the devotion for today and let me get a sip of my coffee I actually forgot to even drink. Well, I did get a call from my little sister Judy, and we talked for quite a while. She's mini mother. My mother always said, "Judy's my favorite because she's the one that's most like me." So Judy called to correct my English. My mother was from England and was very, very good with her English, and she always corrected us our whole life. And so my sister called to tell me that it's asymmetrical, not asymmetrical. I said, "Well, it's ASS." She said, "No, it isn't. It's A, and it's a long A." So I looked it up, and she's right. It's asymmetrical. It's one S, two M's. I said, "Judy, my brain's almost 71. And then there was another one. She said, "You've got to quit saying acrossed." I said, "I don't say acrossed." She said, "Yes, you do. You say acrossed." I said, "No, I don't." She said, "There's no T on it." I said, "I know it." So if I say across, I realize it's spelled A-C-R-O-S-S, and I don't know why I sometimes put a T at the end of it. So that's y'all's little English lesson for the day. I'm sure my friend Viv is the same way, only she's too sweet to tell me, "Good grief, Joy, say the word right or don't say it at all." My friend Viv is an English major, and she is amazing with words. When Viv texts me, I have to get a dictionary or be at my computer, because she uses these words I've never heard of, and I look them up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how on earth does Viv know that word? Isn't this supposed to be a devotion, Joy? It is, but you know, I have to make my videos 8 minutes long now. So I have to talk a little more, so you're just going to have a little more joy each day. Let me take one more sip and we'll read the devotional. Let's find July 13 again. And I can tell I'm going to lose my voice. Hold on. I apologize for talking to you with a cough drop in my mouth. But if I don't have the cough drop in my mouth, I'm not going to be able to talk to you at all. Sinus drainage, allergies. The high road. Matthew 5:25. Look who's here. I tried to do this with a cough drop, made a total mess of it, so I asked Jerry to come up and please read July 13 to you, and hopefully I can quit coughing.
That's all that I'm here for today, is just read this. But anyway, today's is talking about the high road, and it's from Matthew 5:25. And this is the NIV version, I think, here. It says, "Settle matters quickly with your adversary who is taking you to court. Do it while you are still together on the way, or your adversary may hand you over to the judge, and the judge may hand you over to the officer. Then you may be thrown into prison." Anyway, that's Matthew 5:25. And I'll read a little verse up here. It says, Jesus is all about healthy relationships. You hear that often in his teaching. Settle differences with people quickly and calmly.
Sorry.
How? Swallow your pride and take the lead to talk things out. You know that when you ignore problems, they grow bigger and bigger, which will take a lot more time and energy to solve. Take the high road, which is the road Jesus modeled, and settle your differences calmly.
Calmly.
That's all I have to say today.
That's all you have to say?
It's all yours.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye guys.
Honestly, I tried several times to read that, and it just put me into coughing fits. Some days. I don't know what's in the air right now. This is July 13, and I don't know what's floating around in the air, but my sinuses sure don't like it. I've actually had 2 pills this morning. I've had a Benadryl and an Allegra and a cough drop, and I just went downstairs and took some cough syrup. So I have to just keel over dead. One lady said, if I took all the things you took, I'd be in a coma. Oh my. So I'm sorry I'm being silly today. But honestly, this is so important. I tell people all the time, if my friends get into an argument with somebody, or my kids, or relatives, whoever, and they're so upset, and the other person is actually the one that's in the wrong, I always say, be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. Be the one to forgive. Be the one to be the patch to bring the two of you back together. Be the patch. I had to learn this. It hasn't been very many years I've known this. I used to be the exact opposite. And somebody hurt me or lie about me, oh my goodness, I would go, I didn't go tell everybody else, well I probably did, but before I did that I went right to that person and right in their face. And I would tell them. In fact, my sister-in-law is married to my little brother. Her name's Dina. And back when my mom and dad were alive and we were all young, we used to all get together at my house for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and the whole family would be together. And we were getting together for some occasion, I don't remember what it was. But she brought this book with her. And she was telling everybody, oh, I got this new book, it is so good. It's just really good, and I've been reading it, and it's really helping me. And I said, oh, what book is that? And it was called Caring Enough to Confront. So she said, it's called Caring Enough to Confront. You don't need it, Joy. So, that really came from when my first marriage fell apart. Cough drop, sorry. My first marriage fell apart, and I was trying to meet somebody that I could marry and be a father to my daughter and a husband to me, as you know. And I just met some of the most awful people. Men who just totally, completely lie to you, and tell you things that weren't true, and I would find them out, and they would make me so mad, and I would just get so angry. And then I would have friends that would do the same thing, and they would say we were going to do something, and they wouldn't show up, or they'd borrow money from me and never pay me back, or, you know, all the things that can happen. And, of course, I had been very, very hurt by my first husband, Philip, and he had lied to me so, so much. And I just got, in fact, when Jerry met me, I mean, I was mean. I was just mean. I almost slammed the door in his face on my first date. Because I thought, I'm not letting him kiss me, I'm not letting him in my house, I'm not letting him do anything. And I practically slammed my apartment door in his face when he brought me home. And we were riding in his truck one time, and I still hadn't let him touch me. I just thought, you men are all creeps. You're going to do something to hurt me. I just know you are. I don't trust you. And I was dating another guy at the same time. But we were riding in his truck one day, and he said, I can tell you have really been hurt. He said, you need someone to love you. Oh, one of the 10 trillion things Jerry has said and done makes me adore him. Did I tell you about the Christmas tree? I didn't have much of anything then. I mean, I had a job and I got a paycheck, but my whole paycheck went to my life, okay? And so it was Christmas time. And we had just met in November. We met November... Yeah, we met November 10. And so it's Christmas time. So we've known each other a month and a half. And he coming to see me a lot, and we're dating a lot. And he's been really, really sweet to my daughter. My daughter's 5 years old. And his daughter's 3 years old. And so he came over to my apartment and he said, well, aren't you going to put a Christmas tree up? And I said, no, I can't afford a Christmas tree. I don't have any money. And I said, we'll be at my mom's anyway, and my mom will have a Christmas tree. So I don't know how much time went by, but one night, there was a knock on my door. I thought, I wonder who that can be. I wasn't expecting him. And I opened the door to my apartment, and there was this Christmas tree sticking in the opening between, because I didn't open it all the way, I just opened it a little bit to see who it was, and here's this tree filling the space. And I opened the door, and there he was behind it, bringing me this Christmas tree. Yeah. You want to know why we were married February 1st? Because he's amazing. Okay, dear ones. I'm going to let you go. I'm sorry. Something about bending down, when I bend down to read, it seems to make my throat want to just start coughing all over the place. Maybe my pills are finally starting to work. I've got to make a video for my other channel now. I left instructions yesterday for the winners of the lounge gown pajama party, and not one person did what I asked them to do. Not one of the winners did what I asked them to do. So I'm quite sad about that. I'm saying, don't they listen to me when I talk? Didn't anybody pay attention? What the heck? So I've got to go back and deal with that again. But I'll be back tomorrow for another devotion. Bye for now.